In this video, we're going to talk about the Burton Process Flying V. It's that hybrid cambered board that's great for someone that's progressing, who's coming from middle of the road and going a little bit more past that. It's got an easy to initiate flex pattern on it, and it's a board that you can still ride outside the park as well as in it. This board features Burton's Flying V camber profile, which is reverse between the feet, camber underfoot, and rocker out in the tips. This way you get pop underfoot, you get play out in the tips, and you get play between the feet. You don't have to aggressively load it, you can independently pop from either foot. It's a versatile camber profile. It's easy for someone that's coming off of a flat board or a full reverse camber board to figure out if they can handle riding camber. This board is available in both regular and wide sizes. Okay, so how is the flex pattern on the Burton Process Flying V? Well, it's in that softer end of the spectrum for those park boards that are kind of versatile. You're gonna notice that there's a decent amount of torsional give, there's a decent amount of flex in the tips, and that translates over to the stability of the board. This is a board that you're gonna feel the contours in the snow underneath. You're gonna feel every vibration, every bump. You know, at high speeds, the tips are gonna flap just a little bit, so you're going to see some chatter in there, and that will resonate back underfoot. What we found was the best way to engage this board is to skate pop it, and even then, it's not the snappiest deck out there. It'll get the job done. I mean, if you really suck your knees up and you really aggressively pop because you have a lot of leg strength, you're not gonna have a lot of problems with this. But if you're a weaker rider or someone that doesn't have a lot of lower body strength, you're probably gonna have some issues with it. On jumps, this is a board that you want to make sure you know how to put the landing gear down. You'd want to know how to land bolts, because if you're nose or tail heavy, you're going to fight to get this board back under you. And because of that, I would keep this board more to the small and medium jumps, probably nothing over 30, 35 feet. You could probably even go up to 40, but anything after that, you better be really confident with your riding. Otherwise, you're probably going to wash out. Let's talk about the sweet spot for pressing and jibbing with this board. It's immense. This board, you can lock it in, and because there isn't a lot of rebound in it, it's not gonna fight you. It makes it easy to press, and that Flying V profile adds to that. You can get on your back foot and do a tail press down a rail or even a tail butter. You can get over your front foot, nose press, nose butter, stuff like that. This is a board that's designed to be playful. It locks in and you hold the press. It never fights you. It never wants to pop out. You will stay locked in as long as you want to stay locked in with this board. When it comes to carving with this board, you want to keep your weight centered. This isn't a board that you want to drive from the back or the front. The Flying V profile and the softer flex will cause it to wash out. With that said though, it's actually a really easy side cut to engage, and it does hold when you want it to. It's just one of those boards that you can overpower when you're driving it through a carve. Overall, this board would definitely be solid for someone that's an all-mountain rider that's progressing. That solid intermediate that wants to go to expert, or a low-level expert rider. Someone that's gonna go out, pop side hits, rip a groomer, launch off a cat track, ride the park, maybe chase a little pow from time to time, but wants that softer flex and a hybrid camber profile. Something with reverse between the feet and camber underfoot. You know, it's designed to be a board for a guy that's going to spend more time playing around on the mountain than aggressively charging. So what other boards stack up to the Burton Process Flying V? The Rome Gangplank, the Flow Era, the Dinosaurs Will Die Bogart, the Weston Timber, the GNU Hayek, the Endeavor Color. The Deja Vu Flying V is the women's equivalent to the Process Flying V. Alright, so now you've decided what snowboard you're going to get, and you're going to decide where you're going to buy it. If you're shopping local, awesome. Slap your local shop guys a high five and tell them they're killing it. But for those of you that are buying online, why don't you shop from one of the links we have down below? That way you support us and you get a deal on your snowboard. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below. That way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video.